Hey guys, it's me, Jennifer, and I'm here for your Parkinson's Awareness Education Day 2. And I told you I was going to tell you what Parkinson's was and what Parkinson's was not. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what Parkinson's looks like and what it doesn't look like. And a lot of people think that Parkinson's is just tremor that you shake, that you have tremor in your limbs, like your arms or your legs. But actually, that is a symptom of Parkinson's. But there are so many more that affect everyone, and everybody's Parkinson's is different. So I may have tremor, whereas somebody else, like my friend, might not have tremor, and he may have stiffness and rigidity, and I may not have stiffness and rigidity. So it's just everybody is different. I noticed that I went and I'm part of the Parkinson's Action Network, and we had just had our 2015 forum in Washington, and there were around 300 of us, and I noticed as I was looking around the room that everybody had Parkinson's, but we all had something different going on. Like, you know, you can see my head's bobbing a little bit. Some people don't get dyskinesia from their medicine. I do a little bit. I have some tremor in my hand. I have stiffness, but other people didn't have that. Everybody had something different, so we were all like kind of Parkinson's snowflakes. So I wanted to let you know a little bit about the symptoms of Parkinson's so you can maybe know them for yourself and be educated. As I said, tremor is one, and that's probably the most common ones associated with Parkinson's. The others that are the big ones are bradykinesia, which is basically slowness of movement. And when I say slow, it's like you're moving through drying concrete. It is like your movements are so slowed down and you're trying to do it, but it just won't work. So it's like you're literally like moving in slow motion all the time when you're off your meds, or when your meds aren't working, because that happens sometimes too. Another one that I suffer with is rigidity. I get really, really stiff. A lot of young onsets get stiff, stiffness and rigidity more than tremors early on. So I do become stiff. So if you ever see me looking like the Tin Man or, you know, something like that, it's because that's a symptom of my Parkinson's. My neck becomes stiff where I can't turn it. My arms become stiff where I can't move. And another thing that I suffer from too is freezing. Some people with Parkinson's freeze up, some people don't. I've just started having freezing recently, so it's not fun. And freezing is just what it sounds like. You freeze up. You literally just freeze and can't move. I was at the Walmart the other day, and my husband wanted me to let go of the buggy, and I was holding it. I couldn't. He said, "Well, let go of it." And I said, "I can't." So you just have to kind of, when that happens, you just kind of have to take a minute and will yourself out of it, or just try to move another body part to get yourself going again. So that's freezing. Another thing that a lot of people suffer with is their gait problems. That's your walking. So you'll see a lot of Parkinson's people shuffling, or like with a stooped posture, bending over. And when I say stooped posture, it literally feels like there is a 500-pound elephant on your back pushing you forward. So it's very uncomfortable. So if you ever see someone out in the store that's shuffling or looks stooped forward, just, you know, don't stare. Just recognize that as a, you know, symptom of Parkinson's, and maybe, you know, just realize that. And another one, I have a cheat sheet over here because I don't have all of these, but another one is dystonia, and I do have dystonia. Dystonia is when your muscles just become very, very, very tense. It's not freezing up. I can't even really describe it to you. It's like my leg will become so stiff. It's like if you're lifting weights, or if you're like stiffening every muscle in your leg, that's what it's doing, but I'm not doing it. It's doing it on its own. So that is dystonia, and that is not fun. A lot of people also suffer from the effects of their medication, and it's called involuntary movements that are called dyskinesias. And basically it's where you have too much meds in your system, and because it's hard to regulate how much we need at certain times, and so you have too much meds in your system, so you kind of have uncontrolled movements. So that's dyskinesia. A lot of people suffer from a masked face, meaning that they don't have any facial expressions. And so this leads to a lot of confusion where people are thinking you're mad at them, or that you don't understand something. And really, it's just because the facial muscles are not receiving the dopamine they need to make the facial expressions that the person used to make. So, for example, I was at a friend's house of my daughter. It was her birthday party. And I'd never met her mom before, and I my medicines were wearing off, and I kind of had a masked face. And so she thought that I was mad at her or unhappy with the party, which is, crazy because it was my Parkinson's. So just be aware that, if you're around someone with Parkinson's, or they, seem mad, or, if they're not having much facial expression, don't just assume that they're mad or they're upset or that they're out of it or, in another world. That's their masked face from Parkinson's. And that's another really crappy symptom that we have to suffer with. And a lot of people have balance issues. I do have balance issues, and it's not fun you have balance issues because you don't realize how important your balance is until you don't have it. And so a lot of times I can't walk a straight line if my meds are not working, or I have trouble standing up from a sitting position. So that is another issue with Parkinson's. And I know I've missed some of them, but I'm talking your ears off, and so I just wanted to let you know some symptoms today. And so your tip for today is that Parkinson's is more than shaking. There are numerous symptoms that come along with it, and so please be understanding of us people with Parkinson's. Thanks.